this is something, Charlie put something out a couple hours ago about wildfires in California. I actually want to see this because I know about the wildfires that are happening in California, but I don't know too much information about it, and I do want to see this because, chat, I have family in California. And I I texted them what was it, a day or two ago, asking like, okay, is everything okay? And I was told it's they're okay. The last word I gotten like a couple days ago was like there was really thick smoke in the air, but it was starting to clear and they could see like patches of blue again, like blue sky. But maybe it's gotten worse, so I'm I'm really interested. I want to know how bad this is. So Charlie put out a video a couple hours ago, so let's hear it.
Glued to the coverage of the California fires. It is hard to imagine what that must be like. My heart goes out to anyone affected by it. I'm wishing you the absolute best. It looks like footage
Are
of a
they
doomsday.
Here is a satellite picture of the Eaton fire just this
Jesus?
morning. It shows nearly every building in western Altadena on fire. In the Palisades,
God.
the destruction, it's immeasurable. The fire there has destroyed at least 1,000 structures so far.
I have
Holy
been reading and watching
fuck.
so much about these fires over the last like 4 hours now, just trying to get to the bottom of how did it start and how do you stop it, because it is just out of control and it seems like people are
Oh,
powerless against it to try and
yeah,
halt the
they are
spread of it.
Atanashi.
It's affecting so many thousands of families and animals. It's unbelievable. And unfortunately the answer to both those questions, how did it start, how do you stop it, is a resounding don't know. It's almost
Uh-huh.
impossible to track exactly where all this
I'm not
began because
sure,
it could have been
Civic.
absolutely anything. It's so dry and so windy in California. Like, windy doesn't even begin to cover just how strong the winds are. I read a couple articles saying that wind speeds were getting up to
Yeah,
like 80 miles per hour.
yeah, I heard about this, that it's getting compounded because of like the hurricane winds. That's been compounding everything and making it worse. Hang on. Trying to. Alright, shit, I don't have that on. Okay. Oh wait, there it is. Nope, nope, sorry. Hang on. I'm trying to bring up something here. Okay, hang on. Okay, so for context, so that the fire, if you're looking for context, yeah, it's. I don't think it's near Hollywood. Actually, let me bring it up on stream. Hang on. Give me a second here. Okay. Okay, here we go. So here is the fire. This is actually showing the fire. Okay. Here's Los Angeles. So here's Los Angeles, here's Santa Monica, Brentwood, uh, Culver City, West Hollywood is here, Beverly Hills is right here. We got the Sunset Fire here. So we've got a fire here by Hollywood. So yeah, it's like northwest LA. Yeah, it Hollywood is near the Sunset Fire, which I don't know how bad it is in comparison.
I don't know how accurate that is, but like that's like an apocalyptic amount of wind. That's like something you'd read in Homer's The Odyssey when one of the gods gets angry. So that combination of dry and windy anything could have started this. It could have been Harold and his family in their backyard on Tuesday were making s'mores, and one of the embers just got, picked up and brought on an adventure by the wind, leading to a small fire starting, and that small fire immediately just blossoms into something like this. Now, it's multiple fires that have been happening throughout California. It's not just one, which is what makes it even worse. Fires keep breaking out and keep spreading all over the fucking place. And there's so many factors at play for making this even more difficult to combat than it already is with these conditions. So I read a lot of reports about there just not being enough water for them to fight it, as well as the winds being too high for any kind of aerial attempts. Even though there have been aerial attempts, you can see some of the footage, like one of the planes that dropped water. It was getting fucking ragdolled by the wind. Luckily, the plane didn't crash or anything, but after it dropped the water, the wind was like blowing it around like it was an NVIDIA physics demonstration. It was unbelievable. I was also reading reports of budget cuts that may have had an impact on the fire department's ability to control a fire like this. I was also reading there's just not enough firefighters in the area to fight against something of this scale. So there's just so many different things at play. And I am showing a lot of self-restraint right now, not ranting and raving about insurance companies as well. I'll briefly mention it, though. I'm sure a lot of you saw this. State Farm and, some insurance providers, they decided, you know what? Don't really need fire insurance. So a lot of homeowners that are losing their homes right now, a lot of families that are losing their homes, no longer have any kind of fire coverage because the insurance just, they didn't think they needed it anymore.
What? Fucking what? You live in California. Wildfires happen every fucking year. And they stopped, and they changed fire coverage to an opt-in? God. Okay, you know that the minute this came out, every single fucking executive went into hiding. Every fucking executive in those companies went into lockdown fucking mode. No, Big Dog, I don't think they stripped fire coverage out of existing policies. They just didn't offer it in the first place. They dropped the insurance because the state was refusing to implement proper forest management. Oh, God. So, I mean, this is basically just multiple shades of completely fucked up, and the people of California are now going to suffer because of it. They're getting fucked by the state, and they're getting fucked by the insurance companies simultaneously. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus, this is so bad.
So I was reading a lot about how State Farm in particular canceled a lot of fire insurance. So there's a lot to say about that. I'll bite my tongue on it. I've ranted about insurance a lot over the last couple of years. But anyway, the big question is, how do you fight against it? And right now the answer is you don't. The best they can do is try and save like animals. Like I noticed a lot of effort being made to get pets out of houses that some families left.
Like, the only thing I could see them doing at this point is trying to create some kind of a fire break. Like, see where the projected path is and account for the winds, and try and put in some kind of a fire break. Especially, like, if you're, if you're in the populous areas, basically, this is gonna sound extreme. But just, like, fucking bulldoze an entire, like, get ahead of the fire. see which way the wind's going with it. Get about a block over. Okay, see which way the wind's going with it. Essentially, like bulldoze a block or half a block. Like flatten it to the foundation and basically create a fire break in that populated areas so that even if you have the floating embers, they've got nothing to latch onto to burn. There's nothing there. Well, that was the other question, Elgis. If they can, like, that's why I said they have to try and get ahead of it, which, again, I don't know if that's even possible. It's, oh, God. The winds are too strong? Oh, God. They're, what the fuck can they do? Jesus, this is bad.
Behind, as well as like horses that got left behind, and trying their best to save property. But it doesn't seem like there's any viable way for them to stop the spread of the fire at this moment because of just how absurd the wind conditions are, and also just not having enough tools at their disposal for it, like with water and everything. And that's just really scary. They have come out and said the best thing they can do is just wait for it to run out of fuel. That's really about it at the moment.
In other words, homes.
It's a horrifying set of circumstances
Run out of
there.
homes.
It's absolutely tragic. Now, of course, with anything of this scale, there's going to be some very brain-dead takes about the whole thing. There's no real point into diving into some of those, but I'm...
Emo Cali has been uninhabitable for decades due to environment and politics. Cheer 100.
I'm not even going to talk about the second part, but the environment, yeah. There's definitely been some very significant environmental factors over the years. Wildfires have been increasing in California every fucking year. The amount of wildfires that exist has been increasing.
At this point, why pay taxes for the Cal Fire Service if they aren't allowed to prevent fires that happen every year? Predictably, cheer 100.
Again, fuck. I don't know. I suspect there's going to be a lot of civic. I think all of the Palisades are gone. I don't think it's half. I think it's all of it at this point is gone. Jesus.
Cheer 100. I saw a brain-dead post of someone that was like, just use the ocean. You got all that water right on the coast. Someone obviously doesn't know what happens when you salt the earth.
Right, yet I'm going to offer a gimme on this one, and it could be someone that's just like, God damn it, we need to do something, and there's the fucking ocean right there. They're not thinking in terms of salting the earth to make it, not possible to grow crops on, because we're in areas with homes. This is not cropland we're talking about. So they're not thinking about, the earth's not having enriched soil for growing. They're just talking about keeping people's homes from being destroyed. I'm hoping that was the panicked logic behind that statement. I hope.
I mean, I'm seeing some unhinged shit, like, why aren't the residents of Bikini Bottom coming up from the ocean to start spritzing salt water on the fires to help us out? And like, how can there be fire when there's
because of course
ocean
they
right
went
next
sad.
to it?
Fuck's sake.
The big thing I'll briefly talk on this one because I see this a lot. Why aren't they just using the salt water to put out the fire? There's an unlimited amount right next to them. Well, you don't really want to be salting the earth. That's not...
Okay, it's not that simple. And again, it's like we are talking about in homesteads. So salting the earth in densely populated areas is immaterial. You're not growing shit there in the first place, okay? So the salting the earth argument needs fuck all. It's logistics. Yes, the ocean is right there. How the hell do you plan on getting the ocean? How the hell do you plan on pumping the ocean all the way to where the fires are? It's not like the wildfires are only on the coastline. The wildfires are miles upon miles inland from the coastline. So how in the fuck would you get the water there in the first place? That's the problem.
Ideal, but at least salt water is better than no water. And I actually read from the California fire captain
Buckets
that
are a limited option.
the actual acquisition of that water, getting it, transporting it, making some kind of holding pool for it, and then making some kind of way for it to use in their pumps so it can draw.
See, if we use seawater for all inland fires, we would have to draw it in the ocean, transport it by truck to a location, dump it in some kind of portable pool, and then draw it into our pumps to use. As for using seawater for firefighting, helicopters or super scooper fixed-wing aircraft, the problem is safety. Our helicopters hover approximately 3-4 feet above the water surface. To use its suction hose to draw water up, I'm sure you can imagine what would happen if an extra large swell or rough wave suddenly struck the side of the aircraft. Lakes and reservoirs are much safer than a Pacific Ocean. Yeah, so again, it is logistics. It is the logistics like I was talking about.
From the holding pool to their pumps is just very difficult, and also the weather conditions make it extremely difficult to get a fixed wing aircraft out there to super scoop the water because the wind is blowing so hard. That could also just be deadly if they tried to get any kind of aircraft out there to super scoop the water. So the big thing for not using the salt water right now is that it's just really hard for them to even get to use against the fire if they wanted to, which is why they're using water from lakes and reservoirs and all of that. But I have seen that a lot. It's actually like a SpongeBob solution. Why don't we take the ocean and move it over there on top of the fire a little bit? And it doesn't. It's not that easy. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, no, I've been.
And Sephiroth, thank you for the follow. Like I said, I'm thinking, I'm praying, I'm hoping and praying that people making the ocean suggestion are just people that just they're just they're vomiting up ideas because they don't know what else to do. It's it's panic. It's like they're terrified. Maybe they know someone's there, and they're not being deliberately stupid. They're just like they want something to be done, and they're just basically throwing out every fucking idea, even if it logistically is not possible. And it's desperation at this point. But it's not the kind of desperation we usually laugh and point our fingers at. It's desperation because people are losing everything and losing their fucking lives, and they're just like, I'm hoping that these people talking about like use the ocean water, just like we need to just help people, and they're just throwing out the ideas because they just want to help people. Shit. Okay. It's not done out of just sheer stupidity. It's just desperate to help.
Been seeing the videos of the fires out in California. It is horrifying. Here, hold on. I saw this video earlier today. So most people were ordered to evacuate, and I imagine most people did. There's a video of some people that didn't.
This was going viral to all over the place. Look at this video.
This actually...
What? Why are you there? Oh God, are these people still alive? Oh my God. What? Oh my God, they must be so fucking scared. They must be so fucking scared. This looks like fucking hell. This looks like absolute hell just surrounding him. Oh my God.
It looks like something out of Doom. Like Doom Eternal or something.
He
Like
can't,
when the portal to
Demon.
hell...
He can't. That's the problem. They have nowhere to go. It's literally hell is burning all around them. There's nowhere for them to go. They're trapped. They don't have a choice.
Hell opens.
This was a guy who didn't heed the warning, stayed behind,
I've seen
and
this.
look at what happened here. I mean, to be surrounded by flames in all direction with your dog there.
Jesus!
So this is not what you want to have happen. So as
And these fucking in-cars just like, this is not what you want to have happen. Fuck yourself. Show some goddamn emotion. Fuck. Show some fucking emotion when you're talking about this. These people are trapped. These people probably are not gonna survive. I know he ignored the order to leave Atadashi. I still shouldn't die. Fuck. He still shouldn't do shit. But Jesus Christ, these anchors, if you can't put any fucking emotion in your voice to this, just don't fucking speak. I know he ignored the order to leave. But god damn it, he shouldn't die from it.
That is
Shit.
insightful. Listen, folks, this is not what you want to have happen. You don't want flames blazing, this inferno surrounding you. You're not looking at a good time. I'm just going to say it. Hey, call me a jerk all you want. You don't really want that.
if he was able to post the video, I hope he ended up being okay. I hope he was able to get out, but
From what I recall, he did.
Oh,
an exact
thank
update
God.
on what exactly.
God. Oh, good, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, Jesus. Thank God. I'm so glad he made it out. Um, oh, good. Okay. Okay.
happened.
Yeah, the footage that's been coming out from this is it's
Oh,
it's
shit.
hard to believe that it's not a movie. It's truly nuts.
Oh,
Obviously, this is our local story, but
It's like something out of a Roland Emmerich
national
film.
News anchors coming here today. I mean, this
oh,
is
God.
What's even more fucked up is apparently a lot of people were denied fire insurance by companies like State Farm shortly before the wildfires happened. No, what? What? Insurance did that? I must have misread that. That can't be right. That doesn't make sense. No, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. Don't make me go on insurance now. Now I'm fucking stun locked on insurance. You remember? I think I
Oh,
talked about this
God.
on stream. So I don't remember which hurricane, but one of the hurricanes that blew through Florida a
That
few
is the
months
difference,
ago, it
Ember.
caused some.
You wear your heart on your sleeve. While reporters like this do not.
Yeah, I know. I know. Huh?
flood damage to our warehouse. Nothing like too expensive to fix or anything, but we of course had flood insurance. Well,
Wait, Florida's halting hurricane insurance? I don't even want to get into that. I don't even want to get into that. This is a whole goddamn different rant about fucking hurtless money grubbing pieces of shit. Okay, I understand they have to keep calm, DJ. I understand keeping calm and a calm demeanor so they're not inciting panic. But you could put some emotion in your voice. And not go, yeah, this is not something that you want to happen. It's like, no fucking shit, this isn't something you want to happen. Dude, you can actually be a sympathetic human fucking being as a reporter. Okay? Keeping calm. You can be calm and still be fucking sympathetic. It's called being a goddamn human being.
let me tell you, the insurance being the saints they are, they found a way to weasel out of any coverage for the flood damage, so it came all out of pocket. And that's the way it goes. That you pay for the insurance for the sole purpose of helping when a natural disaster happens, And their whole goal is to make sure they don't
I
actually
know,
pay you for what
Rygat.
you've been.
Rygat, that's why I said the moment this happened, you know every one of them went into hiding. As soon as this happened, you know they're hiding up in their fucking Aspen cottages or something. I guarantee you, every single one of them is hiding away.
Been paying them for the entire time. It's incredible. It works that same way in health insurance. It's amazing. It's really amazing stuff. What was their reason for denying it? What was their reason for denying it? Oh fuck, I can't remember. I think one of the big things was they didn't think the flood damage was as bad as we made it sound, and also it even if
Wolfie,
it
I
was,
think
it
Andrew
didn't
said
do
it's like
enough damage to
they
warrant them
did that
covering
because
any of it.
California was not taking
It was
care.
some
They removed the fire coverage because California was not doing what it needed to do for fire prevention in their forestry division because of cutbacks or whatever. That's what Andrew was saying earlier. Basically because California doesn't want to do it because the government of California does not want to do its fucking job. Then the insurance companies basically have a legal means of going, well, sounds like a you problem, we're out. That's what it boils down to.
combination of those two excuses. Didn't only damage one part of the warehouse. No, one part of the warehouse got it worse than the other. The back building where we play for skill check videos. That one, the entire floor and everything had like 2 or 3 inches of standing water. That one definitely got it the worst and destroyed most of the things that were still on ground
Civic,
level there.
but it's
the
a
main
pretty
warehouse
thought, but
building
I don't know
had
about
water
that.
damage in the walls. But not too bad, all things considered. But it still would have been nice if flood insurance was like, hey, yeah, we'll cover that. We'll help cover that. You literally pay us to cover it, so we'll do that. But they didn't do that, because this really is just, it's unbelievable.
Really, Tornado.
So this is an entire 5 oh, entirely. This whole street is gone.
It's just actually erasing so much.
Nothing left.
He's just
And I didn't know this, but apparently the reason this is so out of control is because of how windy it's been in California.
oh my god.
Because there's been a lot of wildfires in California. There was the big ones a few years back that took out a lot. But this seems to be like a totally different beast because the wind is unreal. How does this start? Is it just dry and wind? Literally that. There's no telling exactly what started this. It could be a fucking cigarette being flipped out by a substitute teacher that just got off of work. And then it just started.
Yeah, he's right. Like, these wildfires literally could start from, like, next to nothing. It literally could start, like, these wildfires can start literally from an empty glass bottle that has the sun hit it at just the right angle to start a tiny little patch of dry grass underneath it on fire because the sunlight is focused through the glass, like through the bottle, like a magnifying glass. It's literally it could be literally something as inauspicious as that. Literally anything can start these wildfires. And that's what makes them so dangerous. Like, you can, like, yeah, it's why the forestry department needed to do their goddamn job. If the forestry department did their fucking job, it might not have been as bad as this.
Starts a small little fire and it's so windy that it just blows it up. It just explodes it. It could be absolutely anything. Alien drone lasers from Jersey. I am actually surprised I haven't seen more conspiracy theory takes on it. Now, granted, I haven't really been looking or anything, but I feel like that would have been one of the first things. The first fire started in someone's backyard.
Not entirely. I do think the damage could have possibly been minimized if they took care of, if the forestry department did its job. Wildfires in California are going to happen just because of the nature of California. So it would not have been completely preventable. Not completely, but it could have possibly been minimized. So entire, like, major towns and cities are not basically wiped off the fucking map.
Imagine having a small fire end up costing thousands of houses. Where did you see that? I didn't see that. It's very possible, with how bad the wind is, that is actually what started all of this, but where did you see that info? Let me look it up. 5 football fields a minute, how a perfect storm of extreme weather set off Los Angeles wildfires. Man, holy shit. They're picking up burning debris and embers and depositing them downwind, and that's the recipe for what we've got now. There's nothing the fire crews can physically do to stop this fire. All they can do is try to get ahead of it and hope there are enough natural fire breaks in the form of rivers, open areas with little vegetation that maybe can slow it down a little bit. It's virtually uncontrollable, and they go out
God.
typically only when they run out of fuel.
Jesus.
Okay, so it broke out around 10:20 a.m. Tuesday. Its exact cause remains under investigation. So I don't know where you saw that it started in someone's backyard. Didn't a fire start one time because of a gender reveal? Yes. That was 4
that
years
did
ago,
happen.
I want to say. A gender reveal party caused...
Specific cause of the fires remain under investigation. The flames have been fed by the tornado-like Santa Ana winds, which have topped 100 miles an hour in some parts and significantly hindered efforts by firefighters. The effect has been akin to that of an atmospheric blow dryer. Jesus. Which is drying things up which is drying things out further and making them a giant goddamn tinderbox. Oh my god. They'll become increasingly susceptible to wildfires as the planet continues to heat up, and certain insurers, including State Farm and Ulster, are no longer willing to rate policies to homeowners in the state. So, they're not... Wow, they're not even offering them home insurance. If I'm reading this right, they're not even offering them insurance at all? Like, they're not even offering them any home insurance. Jesus Christ.
a massive raging wildfire. Yep. Like all the footage coming out, you can just see it from anywhere in California, it seems. Well, okay, not anywhere in California. You can see it from many, 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 many miles away, and the whole sky is just like this orange, smoky hellscape.
California, which is also on fire. This is the Eaton fire in the Altadena area, and for the first time,
probably
our
all
colleague
of them,
Gina
Redvin.
Silva
all
is giving
of
us
them.
a look from the ground. Those are horses, Gina?
Those are horses, yes. There's a woman that just came down the road here, and she's trying
God,
to
just look at that.
But as you can see, we
What
are
the
on
fuck?
in Altadena, and this entire hillside is on fire. It has already crossed the street, and there's a building here that is in danger of also. You can see how dangerous the situation is. These are the streets: Kinalea Canyon Road, Outpost Lane, Glen Springs, Coolidge.
It's, I mean, Revan, it's what they have, I guess.
Roosevelt, Vernada.
Yeah, I don't know how she's even able to report. Like, the smoke inhalation alone must be just impossible.
And these winds are absolutely dangerous.
Were there any attempts of using helicopters to collect water from the ocean to put out these fires? So I only started reading about this like an hour or so before stream. Chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's actually kind of dangerous to fly during this because the wind is so strong. Like, so strong, so there's not a ton of, like, aerial watering attempts. But I don't think you'd be using ocean water, by the way. I think you just mean general water. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I don't think you'd be wanting to use salt water. But if I remember correctly, from what I was reading, they're not doing a lot of aerial stuff because of how risky it is with the wind speed. Because the wind speed is getting, like, to 80 miles per hour. Is it mainly in the hills of California right now? So... there's 4. I think it's 4.
Yeah, they need a rainstorm, but this is California. They don't get rain.
But I think the majority of it is there. CNN says there's 6. Well, it looks like there was at one point, but I think this icon means that it's, like, under control. I would guess. Because, I mean, usually green is green good. This is one of those situations like with hurricanes, you'd hope we had some weapons or technology to stop it. Oh, you know, this isn't what you were trying to say, but you know what it just reminded me of? You remember how all the people are saying like the government's got like the Democrats have the hurricane machines, the weather machines that they're sending
For
hurricanes
God's
at Florida
sake.
with? Where the
Really?
fuck is that technology now? Why does the weather machine only happen sometimes if we have that technology? Yeah, if the weather machines are real, now would be a really good time to start a torrential downpour or something in California.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. God. Oh, God. God, this is just heartbreaking. Oh. Like, this is highlighting this is highlighting so many issues right now in California, both environmentally and, you know, from a business perspective. Okay, hang on. Let me say. Hang on. Okay. Give me a sec. Let me pull these up. All right, let's see, we've got some drone footage here. Let's see. Oh my God. This is the aftermath. Look at this. Jesus. And there's like, it's still smoking. You could still see embers smoldering. Good. Come on. It's apocalyptic. And there's still fires going. This is like you have two houses three houses that survived. Jesus Christ. Look at this. Oh my God. It's all gone. It's all just freaking gone. And this is the smoke index. Look at all that. Okay, that one we already saw. Okay, so this is Street View of Google Maps compared to what we're seeing now. God, it looks like a bomb went off. This looks like a fucking bomb went off in this place. Jesus. This looks like a goddamn war zone.
And right over that thing.
Hang on.
He's flying right over that thing.
Oh God, they're in a plane flying over it. Jesus.
Wow. The whole entire hills are on fire. Holy shit.
Good God.
Yeah.
Yo, it tornado, it kind of does. Holy shit. My God, look at all of this.
$1 million. Oh, more. Oh my God, look at all these fucking
God. Falcon, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Revan, I would certainly imagine so. Yeah, the power lines. Yeah, the power lines themselves are literally on fire.
This is insane. This is like the most wild thing.
Oh my God. That is just... Oh God, that is fucking nuts. I know, Xanax. I know. I just... I know. I... Jet, I'm sorry. I think I think I have to stop here tonight. I'm sorry. I can't do another react. I'm sorry. I just can't. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I'm worried about that family in California right now. I know they aren't close to that area, but the way this is spreading, I'm worried about them. I'm sorry, guys.
Ember, go relax and call your family. Know we love you and are here if you need us. Cheer 100.
Thanks, Andrea. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little early tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I need to check in with my family. I'm sorry. Sorry.